Hey everyone, welcome to PT Plain and Simple. I'm Sam, and today we're going to talk about ergonomics on the go. So of course we could talk about proper setup of your workstation at home when you have a desk, a chair, a monitor, all the things that make it very easy to be in the right position. But how about when we are traveling around in a van, full-time adventuring, full-time working, and limited on space? Well, very important that you have the right tools, and as I insist on simplifying everything, it doesn't take a lot. So let's take a look at what we've got to give you an idea. Number one, you are definitely going to want some sort of laptop riser. Now this is a Gold Touch. It's nice because it's compactable, and then you fold it out, set it up, and now your laptop can raise up to the right height so you're not hunched down looking at your screen. Now with the laptop coming up, it means you also need to have some sort of external typing and mousing device, which is where this ergonomic keyboard and mouse come in. Absolutely recommend some sort of wrist rest, whether it's for your keyboard, whether it's just for your mouse in my case. But this Kensington wrist rest is very important, so I'm not mousing with a bent wrist. That's where carpal tunnel comes from, anterior wrist tension, all of those things. And then a lap tray. Now, some people have some sort of keyboard tray, something that pulls out that they can type on. We don't have that luxury. We're not going to attach that to anywhere in the van, so it's really just helpful for us, and you can actually see Christina behind me is using hers to place the keyboard and mouse on this tray, and that way I can have the monitor up at the right position. Now the final, not so simple addition would be something like a portable monitor. A lot of people like to use two monitors. It's really helpful, especially when you're working in multiple windows, multiple files, bringing them over, drag and dropping, and I find it really helpful as well, especially for side projects like video editing and things like that. Well, this is a very lightweight, and it's actually powered through the laptop, so I don't even need an external power source going into the van. But another way to stay ergonomic. So we'll talk about all of this. I'll show you all of the different variations we have to set ourselves up in the van. But yeah, again, it starts with just these very simple tools, but must have tools for good ergonomics. All right, let's check it out. Welcome to my office. So here I am in the back of the van, also known as the garage area. We did build this table in the back here, knowing that one of us was going to be back here working, and also we just wanted to keep things organized underneath and have room to store more things on top. So in this case, I'm set up. I've got this amazing bench that we picked up at REI. And again, not the most ergonomic to sit on, there's no backrest, but with that back joist sitting underneath me, it prompts me to sit up tall. Now, other consideration for yourself, make sure that your knees are slightly underneath your hips. If your knees are too high, you're gonna be slumping all day. If your hips are too high, you're just gonna be uncomfortable trying to squirm around and get a comfortable position. So again, slightly underneath your hips. From there, feet are flat on the surface and you're comfortable. Elbows, again, wrists slightly underneath your elbows, just like your knees to hip ratio. And from there, whether or not you have a wrist rest here, prop this up, you really just want to make sure that you have a neutral wrist while you're typing. And as I mentioned, the Kensington to keep a neutral wrist while I'm mousing. Now I'm not a lefty, but I wanted to show you what it would look like as I'm using that. Gold touches here for my laptop. Top of the screen is level with my eyes. Now, if you're like me, you have a lot of extra shoe boxes around, so this Hoka box is doing me very well for making sure that I'm at the right height, and the screen is about arm's width away. So yeah, nice, easy way to work all day. If I get a call, I can take my headset, and again, I'm not worried about any background noise. So excellent ergonomic setup. As I had mentioned, if I wanted to set up the dual monitor, you know, it's easy enough here. In this case, I would need another box because again, I don't want to be looking down at this, but I would typically angle it, open it like a book, so I'm looking between both. If I find that I'm predominantly looking at one, we're talking like 75% on one screen, then I want that screen to be in front and this other one can just be slightly off to the side. But yeah, utilizing all the tools, staying ergonomic, staying comfortable. Let's check out the other position. Okay, my favorite modification, because nobody should be sitting all day, is this addition of this Manfrotto gas arm so that we can get our monitor up taller, again level with the top of our eyes as we're standing up tall. I again have my trusty Hoka box mixed with my lap tray, ergonomic keyboard and mouse, and now I'm standing comfortably while working and not in that sitting constraining posture all day. So if you are going to do something like this, 40 minutes of sitting to 20 minutes of standing is the gold standard. Of course, for me, that's a lot of regular movement. If I had my standing desk back at home, I would just press the button and do that. In this case, I might sit for an hour, stand for an hour, but again, for everybody who's confused about the gold standard, 40 minutes of sitting, 20 minutes of standing, alternating back and forth, getting as much blood flow as you can, rejuvenating the mind, staying focused, and just making sure you're not getting any of those compression points throughout the day. And my favorite and final position that I'm going to take you through, right in front with my sweetheart. So she, of course, has her setup on the table that came with the van. She's, of course, using a laptop stand. She has her ergonomic keyboard and mouse, everything we just went over, and mixed with this gas arm next to her, we can both have our monitors at the right height. We can both be using our lap trays, and now we just get to hang out all day, working hard and planning our next adventure. So if you have any questions about all the tools that we went through, if you have any questions about other versions of setups depending on your uniquenesses that come with your travel vehicle, please reach out, hit a comment in the comment thread, and as always, please subscribe and keep simplifying. Thanks everyone. See you next time.